Yeah, I'm sorry I'm late. It's very interesting what happened in Washington today. I don't know if any of you, I don't know if I know CNN has picked up the story. I don't know if Fox News or any of the others have, but this morning, we are this afternoon. We actually a group of 10 of the 20, you know, we call them Patriot 20, the people who held out for the speaker's vote. 10 of them actually voted to not allow a rule to allow debate to occur for 4 bills scheduled for this week. This is very unusual. The last time it happened was in 2002, 21 years ago, where a quote a rule was taken down. Are you all hearing me? Am I coming through?
Yeah.
Oh, good. Okay. So this kind of threw a monkey wrench into everything. People were, these 10 individuals. It turns out most of the 20 who were part of the original group, like I was, were kind of upset at the way the speaker handled the debt deal, this debt ceiling deal. It's really a terrible deal, and yet the speaker, talks about it like it was the greatest deal ever. It really isn't going to control the spending the way we would hoped it would, and we after the vote occurred around 1 o'clock, actually around 2 o'clock. We've had two fairly lengthy kind of impromptu meetings of the group of 20 to see where we go from here. And the agreement that we just came to was that we don't allow proceedings to continue on the House floor until we come to what I'll call a new agreement with the speaker, and address some of the issues that we think he violated in the debt ceiling negotiations, and how he handled that. So we'll know a lot more tomorrow. That's something that's developing, kind of news that's developing. By tomorrow morning, it'll be pretty widespread that the House floor is basically shut down for now, because we're not going to allow debate to proceed until we hammer out these issues. Again, very unusual. Last time it happened was way before I got to Congress. We've had people vote against some of the rules. In fact, last week, in order to move the debt ceiling bill, the speaker depended on more than 20 Democrats actually voted to proceed to debate on that debt ceiling deal. About over 50 actually eventually joined a large majority of Republicans to pass that rule. But that was also unusual. It's been years since that's happened. I think I've seen that once in 12 years. He's in trouble fiscally, and I think we just have to go to fairly extreme measures in order to, kind of jar Washington into reality. And this is just one of those extreme measures, we took today, just like we did in January. But I think the country will be better off for it. But we'll see how it all plays out over the next few days. The debt ceiling, disappointing, the debt ceiling deal. I think that they had a negotiator. Yes, Shalonda Young was the former chief clerk on the Appropriations Committee. I think she understood how appropriations and spending works, honestly, much better than our negotiators. And in the end, they were able to write things into that deal that basically invalidated a lot of the savings that were claimed to have occurred. So it just wasn't a good deal. We got out negotiated. But that's kind of to be expected, given who was negotiating and how we didn't include on our negotiating team really people, I think, who were very familiar with the spending process, and who honestly felt that this is a real problem that needs to be solved. Our problem with overspending in Washington. Other than that, that kind of has taken up all the oxygen in the room for the last few weeks. Obviously now, very soon, we're going to get into the presidential election season, with, of course, Chris Christie jumping into the race today. look, I hope that President Trump decides to attend the debates. I think the party will be better for them. I think the country will be better for them. And the first one's good. They're going to start in August, and I think we have a lot of good people running for president on our side. Obviously, we let the primary voters decide, who's going to be the nominee. Right now, Mr. Trump has a commanding lead in polls, but we're still a long way from the first caucus. In the dead of winter, in the primary in New Hampshire, and obviously a caucus in Iowa. But we're a long ways away from that. It's good. It's good that we have the majority in the House, but we really need to gain the majority in the Senate in the next election. Hopefully, the presidency as well, because I think we've learned lessons from the last time we held all the levers. I think we've learned lessons about how to make use of those levers if and when we control them again.